Hello and welcome to Acids Tech Tips. Today we're going to be unboxing the Fractal Design Node 202 ITX compact computer case. So without further ado, let's do this. Here is the box. Yeah, standard box, nothing too special about it. Now let's check this bad boy out. So a little bit of packing and shipping info. Here we have a little bit more info about the case itself. Extremely small footprint, smart thermal interior design, space for graphics cards up to 310 millimeters, space for two 2.5-inch storage units, so small laptop size hard disks, front interface with power buttons, LED USB ports, so it's got a decent front I/O. Strategically placed for air filters and dust-free interior, and a vertical stand should you want to stand it upright. And basically what they mean by that is that you can put it sideways down with rubber grommets on the bottom, or you can stand it top ways up. So let's grab my knife and let's open this case up. Okay, so straight away you have documentation. Oh, actually, no, it's not loose. Okay, so I've got to slide the whole thing out. Nice, good quality foam. Box is intact, so the packaging is good. It's able to withstand a couple of bashes and knocks without damaging the case itself. We have our protective foam here, so it's not so bad for withstanding a few knocks. And now let's just take this off. Awesome. Okay, so here we are. This is the case. Here we have the front, and you can see we've got some connections here. We've got our mic, headphones, and two USB 3 ports and a power button, which is a nice little click to it. On the back, we have our back panel for our motherboard and our section for our graphics card. It has a power supply built in, but I'm going to be changing it because of the amount of power that I'm putting into this device. I want to make sure that when it's overclocked, it'll be able to suck as much juice. So there's a 450 in here, and I am going to step it up with a 600 watt instead. And yeah, so that's the case. Let me see. It comes with this nice little stand, so we can stand it upright, like I said, or I believe inside the case, which I'll open up now, we have our rubber grommets to have this sitting down flat. So hold on just a hoolie and let's see how easy this thing is to open. Alright, let me grab my screwdriver. Alrighty then, so Phillips screwdriver, focus camera, is what you're going to need to open up this case. And I only see 4 screws at the bottom and nothing else, which to be honest is quite a nice design. It keeps everything looking very clean. So that is our 4 screws out. And she should just pop off. So, inside of the case, nothing spectacular. Oh, okay, so we have a nice little fan grill, which looks like it is, oh yeah, that's very easy to open up. So here, you can see you've got these 2 little sticky out pieces of plastic. You just pull them back, and off comes your dust filter. So that is very easy to remove, which means cleaning will be a lot easier. And let me just point out that this is an ITX case, and ITX are much more prone to dust buildup. So things like these are the kind of things you want to look out for when you're looking for a smartly built case. So let's just put that over there. Take a look at what we've got. So we have a little box, and in this little box we have cable ties and some sticky, cable ties and the rubber grommets for the bottom of the case. And here we have something, and I think I know what this is. Yeah, this is the riser card for the graphics. So basically what happens here is this will plug into the PCIe of the motherboard, giving you this little extension over here, and then you should be able to plug your graphics card into that. However, if there is not enough room, you also have another little one which you can put in like this, or I'm not sure, if you had another motherboard and you wanted to get creative, I suppose you could just plug that directly in and go vice versa, like that. Anyway, the idea of it is that it goes into the motherboard this way, and that your graphics card connects onto that, which separates in the case. So if you think here in this section is where your motherboard is going to be, there's no space for a big graphics card here. So this section here, I'm not sure if you can see it clearly, but this basically all here removes out by this screw. Your little riser board will go here. You connect your graphics card here, and you connect your graphics ports here. So it's basically got an entirely separated section in the middle, which is also another really funky thing, because it means that the airflow from the two are separated. You're keeping the heat from the motherboard here with whatever you're using, either a down fan out the sides. There's a little bit of an air grill here, so you could also push in some positive static pressure and have the air pushed out. And then from the other side, I opted to go with the blower style card, by the way. So I'm going to be sucking in heavily with 2 120mm silent static air pressure fans, which are going to go directly onto the GeForce 1080. And then that will suck in that air and it will blow it out this side, keeping the heat from the graphics card separated from the heat of the motherboard. So that was the reason why this case was selected. Anyway, so that's that. Let's put our pieces back together. We've got our user guide. Oh, what's this? Trying to tell my attention in multiple different languages about something. Yeah, okay, whatever. and a slightly damaged book, which basically explains to you how to open up the case, how to install, remove your power supply, put in your motherboard, basically how to build into this machine. So for any of you who don't know or need a little extra assistance, this book here will be very helpful. And it's got pretty good graphic designs as well. So, you know, even if you don't understand the language, there are very self-explanatory sections like how to remove the dust filter. So that's awesome. And yeah, there you go. That is the Fractal Node 202 with its small little 450 watt power supply. I'm not really happy about this. They gave me the wrong power cord. This we will have to try and get replaced, but it's not a problem because I mean the connection is just a standard one, so I can pull from one of the many other electronics I have to boot up, so that's cool. The wiring is quite neat. My only concern really now about this is that will it fit all the way over to the graphics card, and I'm pretty sure that it will. And it's my concern actually is not really about this power supply here, it's more about the Corsair one. So we shall just have to see. But in essence, we have USB 3, little USB 3 connection for the USB 3 ports up the front, mic and headphone front panel connections, I/O headers for starting, resetting, shutting down, graphics card power, 2 SATA for powering your hard disks, and here we have our motherboard connection. Our disks, our storage disks, SSDs, whatever you choose to put in, will go in here. That's a little tricky to see, but basically they slot inside here. So when you unscrew this piece here, this whole bracket comes, actually let's just do that now to show you all. So here, this is your hard drive bracket, 1 and 2. Pop them in. This little puppy then goes down here, and there are teeth on the case, so it locks in. So you just need to push it down and slide it back. And yeah, that is pretty much all there is to that. Let's see how difficult it is to get this power supply off. Okay, so it looks like it is connected by just these 4. Oh, that's cute. Hang on. Sweet. Okay. So that comes in the case, which just basically it's a power extender running the power connection from here all the way to the front over there. So yeah, very cool. Happy about that. A little bit tricky to get at, but not impossible. So let's just go ahead and get that and unscrew. Although I am seeing a piece at the side. Okay, cool. So I think this is what does it. There's a screw here, and I believe that screw is holding in the bracket, which is holding in the PSU. So let's find out now. Yeah, and here we are. So basically what was happening there is this screw here holds in this bracket, and this bracket holds the PSU. So to be honest, I didn't even really need to unscrew those two, but I'm going to anyway take it off because I want to put the bracket piece onto the other power supply. So let's do that now. Yeah, so there's the little tiny 450. Cute. Let us organize our screws a little bit more. So I'm going to put you here because you're different to the other guys. And we shall move him over there. And let us move our case onto the floor. So moving on, Corsair SF600, small factor. And pretty much like the last unboxing I did, the H5SF, very nice case, same color code. It seems that Corsair are doing this yellow color to indicate small, ITX-like stuff. So without further ado, let's not waste any time, let's get into this puppy. Okay, and here we are. So SF600, what it comes with, upside down, whoops. So we have ourselves a peripherals cable, i.e. Molex, SATA, PCIe, sorry, I'm not even reading out how many, 4 Molex, 4 SATA, 2 PCIe with a little tiny extender, so it goes from 3 to 8 pin, EPS cable, and we have our ATX for the motherboard's power. Now, oh, this is well packed. Difficult to do without damaging the box. And as always, we have another box inside the presentation box, and generally speaking, what's in this box comes in a nice bag and is very well presented. So let us see if they're keeping that up. And it opens from here. We have warranty guide and a big book for such a small power supply. Basically, it's a 2-in-1. It's info for their 450 and their 600, and we've got the 600 here. All the cables, what they do, how they connect, tests, benchmarking, showing off the gold standard. Very high quality, and they're basically showing it to you in here. They're proving to you that you've got yourself some pretty cool stuff. Then we've got our Corsair sticker, so you can stick on a sticker and have some bragging rights, and some cable ties with our mounting screws. Again, a German power cable. What's the story with all the German power cables? We don't live in Germany. Yeah, that's a Swiss thing though. I mean, if you're purchasing from the UK or something like that, you're probably not going to have this issue. Now, good foam, so you can really give it a good beating. The packaging can take some heavy knocks, and the content inside will be perfectly fine. And as always, like I said, we have a very nicely presented device. So it's in this like Velcro bag. Although now this is new. Usually on the bigger ones you only get one Velcro bag, or you get one Velcro bag and you get another nice like heavy duty bag for keeping all your cables in. They've changed this now to do Velcro bags, so here we go, another one with Corsair on it. So let's put this boxy stuff away and let's give you all a look at what is in the bags. Okay, so to start off, let's open up the main one. So here we are. And I love that it is modular. I love modular. To be honest, I don't think I would ever build another system without a modular PSU unless it was a requirement from the client. Modular is the way to go. You just save up with so much unnecessary cables. You can just leave them in your bag, only power up what you need. Whoops, nicely presented on the side. We've got our Corsair on the top. We have our fan, which looks like an 80mm, and then the back piece. So a little sticker to let you know the power. We've got a switch and our power connection. And we have a little bit of information here. And this basically says it's a silent fan. So it'll run nice and quietly. And then in the second bag, we have all of our cables. So let's move that over there. Get all these out. Let's see. So like I said, we have some PCIEs, some Molexes. So here's the one for the motherboard. So motherboard PSU onto the back. Like that. Can you see? Yeah, there you go. This one here is for our, it looks like a graphics card. No, yeah. So this is the one for the processor, the additional power for your CPU, graphics card, Molex for any old power connections, things that you need. This one here is our peripherals, so hard drives, and we've got 1, 2, 3. So with the last power supply you saw there was only 2. Here we've got 3. So you could, if you wanted to, try and figure out a way to squeeze in another disk. And then lastly, one more PCIe peripheral. And that is going to fit in here, right here, just like that.